Multiple-time world record breaker.
She is fierce when she's on that platform.
World champion, 47-kilo world champion.
Gold medal.
That's an honor. Taking aim at the throne.
I found the sport of powerlifting 10 years ago at your local YMCA. My pastor actually introduced me to powerlifting, and he just needed somebody to join his team, and I was in there on the treadmill and heard I needed to get strong, so I joined the team and bombed out at my first competition. But we're here, and we're going to Sheffield now, so. The early years in my powerlifting career, I went and placed second at nationals, placed second at worlds. I think my rise to fame, as some people may call it, was very quick.
There it is.
There it is. Mid-depth. Oh, yes, she's
Look
got
at that.
it.
Screaming,
I
too.
think that's a silver medal right there.
All of a sudden, everybody knows Heather Connor, and what is Heather Connor going to do? I have this big pool. It became a spectacle to watch what I'm doing, and that made me very nervous. I wasn't used to all these people knowing who I was and wanting to see what I could do. So knowing I had a lot of people that were watching and some reaching out saying I was inspiring them, for that to be the start of my early career, you know, it just set me up for what I wanted to do moving forward in my career. Other factors that I guess you could say made a big role, you know, this might be harder for people to hear, so trigger warning on that, but I was in a very violent relationship in the past that left me in the hospital. And, you know, that was my weakest point, and I vowed to never allow that to happen to me again. So the benefit of powerlifting being a strength sport, I knew that no matter what, at least I could be strong. I definitely got the sense of control back from powerlifting. I was no longer afraid. I felt like I can do something that is motivating and inspiring to other people. So that kind of like pushed me to keep working harder, just for my younger self to look back and say, I am proud of you. That's what I want my story to teach anybody that comes into the sport. Like, you are not your past. You can overcome anything. No matter what size you are, you know, you are capable of great things, and I still believe that to this day. No matter what your circumstances are, you are able to overcome that if you just push yourself enough to be able to. My initial thoughts after winning 2019 Worlds and getting the first invite to Sheffield was exciting. It was amazing. I didn't know what to expect going into this, but I knew it was going to be big. It was the best and the best of the world. To just be listed as one of those people was what I considered a huge accomplishment to the sport of powerlifting in itself. After Sheffield was canceled, everything was on lockdown. I did have a garage gym, so I was very fortunate to be able to still train. I just started retraining again, reshifted my focus, and got back to work. 2021 Nationals was very, very rough mentally for me. My mom was very sick, and it unfortunately was a neurological issue, so her short-term memory is gone. So 2021 Nationals was my first big competition that she couldn't remember I was at. I was in and out of that warm-up room calling my mom like, oh, this is what's going on, this is what's going on, just so she could feel included and feel that, you know, she wasn't forgotten about. I honestly think that everything I was feeling powered that competition. I felt really good, you know, to go in there and be as strong as I was. I went in for my second deadlift, and I had unofficially broke the world record total that Wei Ling Chen had set and held for years. I didn't even realize it. I did not realize the number that had just been put on that bar to help me break that. Wei Ling Chen hitting 400 kilos definitely set the standard high. And again, this is 10 years ago, so that is what I aspire to do.
I'm so close to that world record total, I can taste it. Wei Ling, she is an amazing lifter in all aspects of that word. Coming so close to her makes me also feel like I have ultimately achieved the highest level.
I was proud, and I couldn't wait to go call my mom and tell her all about it. So probably top competitions for me was, again, just another core memory in this sport, and then just being able to share those memories with my mom is just beautiful. The goal has always been to get back to Sheffield ever since it was canceled, but it was hard. right? Again, the standards, they got higher. These people came out of nowhere and they're really good. And to beat them is hard. I remember in 2019 doing an interview. The question was, what do you think Sheffield is going to do for this sport? I think it's going to bring a lot of freaks out of the woodworks. You know, when I first started, I came out of nowhere. They're like, who is Heather Connor? Oh, she has the hair flip. Oh, she's actually pretty strong. And I know there's many more Heather Connors. Are they in the US? Are they in these other countries? I think this competition is going to bring out those people. I said it's going to bring out all the other Heather Connors. There's not one of me here. Let's be honest, there's just somebody that hasn't figured out the sport yet. Here comes 2021. Oh, we got Turbo Tiff. People are like, well, she came out of nowhere. No. She came out of nowhere for you. But for me, I've always had that expectation that somebody's going to come about. So to get to 2023, Sheffield, I had to do very, very good at 2022 Worlds, which was in South Africa. And I don't think I need to remind anybody how South Africa went for me. Like, traveling there was just a monstrosity. I wanted to get there 5 days early. I got there a day early due to flight delays, cancellations, everything like that. I just underperformed. At that point, like, I can give you my best, and my best is always going to fall short. And you can't have a fall short day when you're going against Tiffany Chapon, right? And she did win, and she deserved it. And she was that person that was able to go to Sheffield. She got that invite. So I was like, okay, let's try for next year. It's always been, let's try for next year. I think doubt is something that always sets in people's minds when they have setbacks. We start questioning everything that we are doing. And when I was going through those health issues, underperforming and just in pain all the time, and seeing these up and coming lifters just doing remarkable things, you do have that talk with yourself like, is this it for me? Should I be taking a few steps back? So the doubt was definitely there, but I didn't allow doubt to consume what I knew I could do. It comes down to just, I want this more than anything. I want to prove to myself more than anything that there is a reason why my name has not left the 47 kilo class. Heather Connor's name is always going to be brought up in a situation. And it's one that you just can't look past. And I've been there. Oh, it's the Jessica Espinal, Tiffany Chapon battle. But Heather Connor is still here. We're not too far away from her. She's still creeping in some. I think that's what keeps pushing me forward, that my name has still been involved in these big conversations. And my goal was to make sure that I'm going to show you why my name is still brought up in these big conversations.
The living legend returns to the platform and looks like, if the day goes as planned, we'll be returning to IPF Worlds. What a story that'll be.
The result at Nationals was definitely a statement. I knew the qualifying total to get to Worlds, but that's not something I didn't want to hit the bare minimum. I wanted to let people know Heather Connor is back, and she is stronger than she has ever been.
Not only that, but 5 kilos above her own world record.
425 is an excellent total for Heather, and a warning shot to the rest of the world, including Turbo.
Now, one of the two titans that we see flashing today, Heather Connor from the
My
United States.
2025 Worlds performance was probably my greatest performance thus far in the sport of powerlifting, respectfully. I went in very, very strong, came out with a squat PR, deadlift PR world record, and total world record in the sport. Qualifying for the last Sheffield at this location, knowing that I was the first to be invited to this location, having a 12% chance to get there. Yeah, I saw the scores. It was remarkable. Getting that pool, knowing I got the world record total, knowing I just secured myself the invite to Sheffield once again, I just wanted to cry. It was an overwhelming experience to just understand, this is happening. You are back where you have started, and we got more work to do. So, facing Tiffany Chapon at 2026 Sheffield, knowing that it's going to be a big matchup, I would say that I'm ready for it. You know, I was going against Tiffany at my strongest point at Worlds, and I think I'm going to present an even stronger version of myself at Sheffield, because I know that's the only version of myself I'm allowed to bring. It's a big matchup. I know it is, and I've seen her training, I've seen her previous competitions and her totals, but seeing that, I also know, based off of what I'm doing, that I am capable of that as well, if not more. And I think she should be very aware of that. Like, I see you, but I want you to know I know what I'm doing too. So I think going into this and that matchup is just, it was big going into Worlds. I think it's going to be bigger now going to Sheffield on the biggest stage in the world. So